Hello, it looks like you are setting up your Tidely Sites sermon so that they're integrating with your Tidely Church app so that they will show up as sermon series. So this video walks through the process of setting that up. And you can see right here, we're on the Tidely Church app dashboard. Over here is the Tidely Church app running the same app. And this is probably the screen you're looking at on the dashboard on your given church where we have Tidely Sites selected. And this is the video that comes up. And it's probably the video you're watching right now. If you didn't happen to get here this way, then if you want to set things up, you'll go to audio, you'll go to RSS feed, and then you'll add a new RSS feed, and you'll pull in your Tidely Sites RSS feed to get to the point where we're at now. Fortunately, Tidely Sites is, as you'd probably expect, the very easiest way to integrate sermons into your Tidely Church app and have them divided by sermon series. So let's go ahead and jump over to the Tidely site that we're using. I have selected content here, and then from there, in the podcast section, you can see you have the option for episodes and the option for series. We have a number of series already set up, you can see here, and for each of these series, we've titled the series, and we have set up an image, and this is important. You're going to need to set things up this way so that they'll work well with the app, because you need to associate a given sermon with a given series, which I'll walk you through right now. But the first step of that is to set those series up, and then as you start a new series at your church, to make sure you continue adding those series into your Tidely site. But if I'm going to add a sermon, all I'm going to do is go to add a sermon, add a title. You can make the title whatever you want. Any character should be safe to use. Set your date, set your speaker, and down here, you're going to see the option for setting your sermon series. Remember, we looked at Acts. So all you'll do is select Acts, and we already set a graphic up for Acts. So it's good to go with that graphic. And then last of all, you'll at least need to add an MP3, and then you will be good to go. And that sermon is ready to save, and it will be added to your site, and it will be passed to the app. So it's that easy to set things up. And this site already has all of these sermons associated with series, as you can see. So with everything all ready to go, which if you already use series, they already are ready to go, all you have to do then is just press make series, and bingo, you are ready to go with sermon series, so that now as you post new sermons, all of those sermons will be put into the series that you associate them with. So right now, the way it's set up, before I had pressed make series, this is how it would look, because I haven't refreshed the app yet. So this is how the sermons were set up before saving it and saying make series. But now, when I refresh the app, you're going to see that all of my sermons are now separated by series. And this doesn't just make it easier to navigate sermons, it also makes it easier to download sermons. So as I go into a different series here, you can see One Hit Wonder. There's a button there at the top that allows me to download all of the sermons in this series, making it very easy for me to say, hey, this sounds like a really cool series. I'm just going to download the whole thing, and then I'll have it to listen to whenever I want without using data, because I'm on Wi-Fi right now. Obviously, also you can tap into any sermon, start playing any sermon, and you can use this horizontally scrolling bar at the bottom to jump between sermons, making it the easiest and best way possible to be able to digest those sermons on mobile. Also, as with the podcast section of your dashboard, if you go into tabs, you can find the area that you've set up for a sermon series. So in this case, I created a feed and named it Tidely, and then it just created a tab here for me ready to use. So then I can go in here, and I conveniently have a banner ready for myself, so I can toss this banner in right here, and then also I can say, hey, you know what, I don't want my series to be displayed as thumbnails like in a list. I would rather have it set up as a grid, and you know what, I want that grid to be set up as 16 by 9, because these images are really coming through as 16 by 9. So all I have to do is say list display grid 16 by 9, and if you happen to use square, you can set it as square or as 4 by 3, and set that banner image. And you don't need to set the banner image, but that's just an option that you can do. Go ahead and select save. That'll save, and now if I refresh the app, as I will do, as it loads, you'll see that when I go in here, now everything is set up in a grid with those sermon series. I can go access things the same as I was able to before, and now as I post new sermons to my Tidely site, everything looks great, and I can access everything however I want. So this gives you an idea of just how easy it is to integrate your Tidely site with your Tidely Church app and display things as series now with the new series integration. If you have any questions, contact us here at Tidely. Have a great day.